such an asshole!
Hey everybody, okay? I'm gonna help you out. Because I am a nice guy. I'm here to help you help yourself. Because you don't know what you're talking. Actually, you do. Some of you do, some of you don't. In this one instance, you guys don't. That's why I have to put together this video. I know you're all very, very excited about the FBI reopening the case against Hillary Clinton. And you think you have hope, and I am still of the opinion, I know this isn't a popular opinion among these worlds, but I'm not here for opinion or a popularity contest. I'm merely an economist and a misanthrope and a cynic and a pessimist, which always keeps getting proven right in the end. Anyway, Hillary is still going to win this. So let me explain. This doesn't mean you shouldn't go vote. Please, go vote for Trump. Go vote for whoever you want. But we need to learn a lesson here to kind of tamper down our expectations and get you into the mindset, not a pessimistic one, but the mindset of what the real world is. Not this fanciful hope and maybe we'll turn around America despite everyone hating it so much. I want to get you into the real world so it's not that much of a shocker, and you really can assess what's happening in this real world and how your life is going to be lived in it. All right? So let me explain why Hillary's still going to win. You have to ask yourself, what type of people are there in the United States, and specifically, what type of people are going to vote Democrat? Who are the Democrats? And you're going to get three general types of people, or three reasons why people are going to vote for Hillary Clinton or a Democrat. One, vag. Okay, because she has a vag, that makes a great president. It's time for a woman to be president. Why? That's the epitome of sexism. Why a woman? Why not the best person, whoever that may be? Ben Carson, by the way, but we don't want a brain surgeon. Fuck that. No, he's not smart. I actually remember Democrats saying, just because he's a brain surgeon doesn't mean he knows how to run politics. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, vag. That's one reason. The second reason is going to be the Gibmedats, all right, because they want other people's money, and that's what the Democrats promise. And the third one is because we've always voted Democrat, which I'm talking to you, entire black community. I don't know how many times the Democrat Party has to fuck you up the ass with an increasingly larger and larger and broken glass glued onto it dildo right up the ass before you realize that your city councils and your Philadelphias and your Chicago South Side kind of suck and they're not doing much for you. I don't know how, but that, I guess, you guys we always vote Democrat. Union people who think this is fucking JFK running, yeah, okay. I don't know how big and how much glassy the dildo has to be. Maybe we put rusty razor blades. Would that wake you guys up? So they're not going to wake up because they're getting fucked up the ass with a razor blade dildo, rusty razor blade dildo, and they don't even, they're not, we just need more of it. We just didn't do enough. So taking away those Democrats, which there are many, and they're well-intended, we always vote Democrat, that's ignorance. You would take the remaining two because of vag and because of Gibmedats. Those two reasons are basically immoral. There's no principle behind that. There's no selflessness, which is truly what's needed for a democracy. Okay, we're voting to who's going to lead the nation for the best of all of us, whereas they're more concerned about themselves. And especially to the point where it's okay that they can be outright sexist. I'm going to vote for this person because of their gender. That is sexist. That is the definition of it. And the other reason, the Gibmedats, that's theft. That's thievery. Right? So when this Hillary Clinton, pick any candidate you want. It doesn't matter. When they get in trouble with the law, the vast majority of their voting base don't give a flying fuck. They don't care because they themselves are not moral or principled people. They're in it for themselves. They don't care. It's their guy, and they're going to go give him the Gibmedats. I mean, this is not like Nixon, where you had the baby boomers and maybe not baby boomers, the World War II generation, and the baby boomers who maybe had a little bit of a moral compass in them even when they were younger. They weren't just protesting pronouns. These are this. I mean, they had the Vietnam War, which you may disagree with what everybody's position may have been on it, but at least it was a little bit moral. They had, oh my God, there's a criminal. And they didn't care about Republican or Democrat. Say that person we don't want a criminal. That is what, 50 years ago? 40 years ago, 45 years ago, 43 years ago. Do you really think with the insanity and the bullshit and the outright parasitism and this rah-rah feminine because vagina shit going on in the world that's been shoved down our throats for at least, and made, not only shoved down our throats, but made mainstream, especially in the past 20, 25 years, do you really think that one of their guys getting in trouble with the law, you think they give a shit? You think they care? You're dealing with parasites and sexists, immoral people, scum, inferior people, I might add. Because a moral person would say, hey, what's the best for the country here? What's not just for me, I understand that, but we need good statesmen. We need good leadership to help out not only yourselves, how about your fucking children? These people, most Democrats they're too fucking lazy to even look up the goddamn budget and say, hey, maybe we ought to, reel in the spending a little bit. Oh, I got children. I might want to think about their future. That's too much. The inconvenience is too much. You're talking about selfish, parasitic, and sexist people. They don't care. Hillary Clinton could have a ton of Girl Scout corpses in her basement. She could have drowned puppies in her pond, and she could have a YouTube channel saying, Secretary Clinton drowning little puppies in her backyard pond. And it could have 1,000 views, and she still will win this fucking election. Because it's not her. It's not her. She's the symptom of the problem. It's the people that have no morality, no principles, no moral compass, and just don't give a fuck. I mean, okay, here. Let's look to our southern neighbors who just can't get enough of the razor blade rusty dildo up their asses. You had the elected Chavez. They elected Kirchner's wife. And then Brazil, they finally impeached an outright communist terrorist. That's who they voted in. Now, I think they're fucking stupid on top of fucking ignorant down in Brazil. And the Venezuelans, holy shit, China used to be the biggest consumer of concrete in the world. That was until Venezuela said, we want to build a dildo so big made of concrete with jagged, rusty nails and razors so we can fuck ourselves with it. And they willingly voted in a guy who not only was a communist, but tried to throw a military coup. Not a good sign that he was all for democracy. Anyway, this is the leftist mind. Aside from the innocent, nice, well, we always vote Democrat, and they're for the little guy in the union. Aside from those idiots, and they're nice idiots, but they're idiots, they're ignorant at least. The rest of the voting base of the Democrat Party doesn't give a shit about law. They don't give a shit about what's right or wrong. They don't give a shit about morality. They're going to vote that veritable cunt right in because of the Gibmedats and because of Vag. That's it. That's the best fucking political analysis you're going to get of this FBI and they open it up. So what? So what? When she's arrested and in jail, then I'll be like, holy shit, did somebody at the FBI, lease some balls from the Chinese or the Russians? Did Putin lend his balls to the FBI for a week? Did some of them get a pair of cojones? Because, wait, did El Chapo get hired as a consultant at the FBI? And maybe they started to have a spine? Maybe. Then I'll believe it. But in the meantime, until she can run legally, she's going to get the presidency. So if you want to prove me wrong, by God, go vote. Because I know, look, Trump has all of his problems. He's not the guy I wanted. But by God, he ain't a fucking criminal, at least. He's not. All right, you may not like him. He may be crass, and he may be blunt and direct. But by God, I'd rather have a truthful sinner than a lying saint any day. Best of luck to all you guys. Visit my site, CaptainCapitalism.blogspot.com. Go to my site with unique questions, assholeconsulting.com. And for God's fucking sake, get yourself intelligent and listen to my fucking podcast, the Clary Podcast. You can find it on SoundCloud. Doodles.